What's good? What's good? This is your host, Swag Boy, from swagboy360.com. Today's episode, ex-Hotep groupie that used to deal with UMAR Johnson exposes herself while trying to expose UMAR Johnson. Ladies and gentlemen, what I'm about to show you is a bad case of exposing UMAR Johnson goes wrong. Now, the clip I'm about to show you is a clip from the individual by the name of Lennon Honor. This light-skinned brother right here. This dude, I don't know one dude on YouTube that dislikes UMAR Johnson as much as he does. Now, what we about to see, I'm about to play you video clip of UMAR Johnson ex-groupie exposing him. I'm going to leave the full link of the video in the description box so you can look at the whole video yourself and subscribe to Lennon Honor's channel. But what you're about to see is a woman exposing UMAR, but exposing herself at the same damn time. Let's watch. Here we go. Hold on. Where's the video at? Press play. Here we go.
Set that on the Breakfast Club. So what that means is that over the course of 3 years, he had raised over $1 million just over the course of 3 that he gave.
Oh, here we go.
That he gave you $500. What year? What
Watch
month?
this, y'all.
What was the circumstance?
I think it was 2000.
Oh, hold on.
And then the follow up, he had raised over $1 million.
Fine, how you Lennon?
Here we go.
I'm doing good. Yeah. So tell us, what was the experience? You said UMAR that he gave you $500. What year? What month? What was the circumstance?
I think it was 2015. Now this was back when I was an actual supporter. My children were school age then. My children are now graduated from college with kids of their own.
Mm-hmm.
So back then, UMAR was a big deal back then. And I know you know, Lennon. UMAR put it out as if he was looking for a wife. This was back when he was saying he was celibate and he was looking for a wife and he can do all these things for black boys and children. So he was a big deal at that time when I first became aware of him and became a supporter. So I went to one of his events.
Now, remember what I told y'all before, that women go to UMAR Johnson events specifically to shoot they shot at UMAR. Now, let me just say something. I don't rock with UMAR. UMAR's a liar. UMAR's a scammer. I don't rock with him. But I seen this brother in action. I've seen multiple women shoot they shot at UMAR Johnson. I seen multiple women at these events flirt with UMAR Johnson.
With all three of my children. My oldest son now is 25, my youngest son is 21, and my daughter is 19. So I went to the event, met him. I think he had the book, The Black Holocaust for Children.
Mm-hmm.
I bought one of his books. He signed it. We took a picture. And he said, "Oh, I'm doing an event in Atlanta. You should come to Atlanta. Maybe we could have dinner." So I'm like, "Oh, okay. I'm fly. I feel like I can get who I want." And at that time, I wanted to see what he was about because he had a strong message that I was interested in. You know, at that time, I wanted to put all three of my children in the school. I didn't know that it was going to be so many years later, and I now have grandchildren. So at that time, he was talking a good game.
So basically, she's saying she met UMAR Johnson at a book signing or at a lecture. She bought his book, and he shot his shot. You know what I mean? She gave UMAR Johnson what we call in the red pill community, in the red pill community, choosing signals. Umar Johnson sure saw those choosing signals, shot his shot, and said, "Okay, Queen, how about you meet me for dinner in Atlanta?" Now, we all know what dinner in Atlanta means. It means you come out to Atlanta, come out to Atlanta, we gonna get it popping. You know what get it popping mean. She said, "You know what? Umar, I'm attracted to him. He's attracted to me. Let me see what I can do." She's a single mother, probably got 2, 3 different baby daddies. What she got to lose, right? Continue. Watch it. It gets better. It gets better. Continue.
So I did end up going to Atlanta. He had an event with Supreme Understanding, who's a friend of mine. And so, for all the people in the chat, oh, did he crush your cookies?
Yes, he crushed your cookies. Both of them crushed your cookies. Supreme Understanding and Umar Johnson. Continue.
Shaya needed to turn that heat down. First of all, y'all don't know me. Second of all, I'm grown. I can do what I want to do. If I was interested in dating him and we crushed cookies, whatever you want to call it, then that's what we did.
Okay, all right. I ain't asking.
She's right. She's right. She's single. Right? She's single. She ain't got no husband. She ain't got no man. She grown. If they want to give up the hotel booty to Umar, give it up to him. I have no problem with that. That ain't why I don't like Umar. I don't like Umar because Umar's a liar. But continue, because we're going to break this down.
That's fine.
You know what I'm saying? For the people in the chat. Because I saw the comments.
All right.
I saw the comments. So we spent, I don't know, we went out a few places together. And we was at his hotel room and all that, grown folk shit.
Grown folk shit means they smash. She gave it up to Umar. She gave it up.
So, long story short, at the end of that, he sent me some PayPal. Yes, he did. And I have the receipt for that, if it needs to be shown.
You want to email it to me?
What it is. What's that?
Yeah, you want to email that to me?
I sure can.
Okay, my email is lennonhonor@yahoo.com.
Gotcha.
And I'm
Lennon want that shit.
I'll block out whatever personal information that appears on the receipt.
Oh, okay. I'm not hiding it all. So you're welcome to do whatever you need with it.
How much money did he send you?
It was like $500. This was like 5-6 years ago. So I might be a little off on the price, but it was like $500.
Okay, and it was all in one payment? He just sent one payment?
Yeah.
What for? What though? What did he send the money for?
I mean, I guess I have no idea. He did not say. Mm-hmm. He asked me, "What is your PayPal?" I told him what it was. And then he sent me the money. So I'm like, okay.
Did you talk? Yeah, did you talk with him after that?
Maybe a couple times through text. Mm-hmm. But honestly, you know what, Lennon? I take that back. Now that I think about it, I think he felt guilty for how he treated me while I was in his presence.
Now, here's where it gets good at, y'all. Here's where it gets good at. Pay close attention what she about to say.
Because the reason why we did not talk after that is because I did not like what I saw when I was in his presence.
What did I tell y'all before, y'all? Females will always try to find a way to play victim. They will always try to find a way to play victim and not take any accountability.
He was very controlling.
Controlling of you?
Yeah, he tried to be.
Yeah, give me an example. What do you mean? Give a scenario. Where were you? What happened?
Okay. We went to an event. He was a speaker at an event, and so was Supreme Understanding.
Okay.
They both were speakers. I ended up leaving with Supreme Understanding.
Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? She came to the event with Umar Johnson. Remember, Umar Johnson said, "Come see me in Atlanta." She comes out from the Midwest to Atlanta to come see Umar. She comes see Umar. They get it popping. He smashed. She give him some cookies, right? She goes to the event with Umar, but leaves with another dude. She goes to the event as Umar Johnson's I don't want to say concubine, but you know what I mean, date whatever, or you know what I mean. He specifically wanted this woman to come to Atlanta and be with him and come to the event with him. Why this girl just leave the event with another dude? And yes, trust me, she smashed Supreme Understanding as well. She smashed Umar and she smashed Supreme Understanding. But watch this. Watch how she still plays the victim. Continue.
When I arrived to the event in the stretch Hummer limo, I ended up leaving the event with Supreme and I left Umar at the event.
Is that cool, y'all? Is that cool? Is that not disrespectful? Fellas, put yourself in Umar Johnson's situation. Now, I don't rock with Umar Johnson. I don't rock with him. But put yourself in his situation. You tell a girl to come see you from the Midwest. Y'all hang out. She says, I'm going to be at your event. She comes to the event, but she leaves with another host. Is that disrespectful or not? That's way disrespectful. But guess what? She not going to acknowledge it. She's going to play victim.
He was so angry, he called my phone 100,000 times. I have another friend in Atlanta, so I went there after that.
All right. This other friend, trust me, this other friend is a male, not a female. So you go to Atlanta, you smash 3 niggas. You smash 3 niggas. Supreme Understanding, Umar Johnson, and your other unknown male friend. You smashing all these dudes. You getting dick down in every city. And you a single mother. And you acting like you the victim. You not the victim. Continue.
By the time I finally did call Umar back and met back up with them at this hotel, it gets very graphic.
For makeup sex. She meets back up with him at the hotel. I guarantee they have makeup sex.
So I might have to, talk to you privately about this.
Oh, you ain't gotta talk to him private. I know what went down. Y'all had hot, sweaty, bucket naked, you know what.
But it was a situation to where he was like, I've been calling you. Why you not answering?
That is a good question. I've been calling you. Why you ain't answering?
You better not take that long to answer the phone next time. So I'm like, okay, well, who the fuck do you think you talking to?
I'm talking to your ass. Umar Johnson responded the same way I would have responded. Girl, yo, when I call, you pick up. That's Umar Johnson. I'm Swagboy360 from swagboy360.com. When I call, you answer. You pick up the goddamn phone when I call you. Now, I wouldn't have called her 100,000 times the way Umar did, but I would have called her once, twice, maybe 3 times, because y'all got to remember the situation. She's coming out of town to see you. So, look, Heifer, when I call, you pick up.
First of all, the reason why I left the way that I did with the other speaker was because we walked through the lobby of the hotel. We were going up to his room. And
Wait, time out. Now she about to explain why she did some whole shit and leave with another dude. Now she's about to explain that shit. And instead of just saying, look, Umar smashed me. The D wasn't all that good, so I want to get some other D from Supreme Understanding. Why can't you just say that?
Continue. And I left Umar at the event. He was so angry, he called my phone 100,000 times. I have another friend in Atlanta, so I went there after that. So by the time I finally did call Umar back and met back up with them at this hotel, it gets very graphic, so I might have to, talk to you privately about this, but it was a situation to where he was like, I've been calling you. Why you not answering?
Exactly.
You better not take that long to answer the phone next time. So I'm like, okay, well, who the fuck do you think you talking to? First of all,
She is so disrespectful.
the reason why I left the way that I did with the other speaker was because we walked through the lobby of the hotel. We were going up to his room, and there was like a cafe area.
Okay.
So, and there was a black woman who was working the cafe at the time.
Okay.
Very tall, statuesque, nice dark brown skin. She was really pretty. Mm-hmm. So he saw her. Never mind that he was with me. He points to the table as if to say, "Sit down right there."
What's wrong with that? We go in the cafe. I see a table, right? Boom. All right, right there. Sit down right there. I'm about to go shoot my shot. You gotta remember, he's Umar Johnson. He's the Prince of Pan-African, of Pan-Africa. He's the most requested scholar. Of course he's going to shoot his shot at another woman. You knew what you was dealing with when you chose to date Umar Johnson. Do not play victim. That's like me donating my hard-earned money to Umar Johnson and I get mad when I find out he's a damn scam artist. I knew I was giving my money to somebody and I would never see that money again. You knew that when you dealt with Umar Johnson, you knew the type of dude you was dealing with. Do not play victim with me. You can play victim with Lennon Honor, but you ain't gonna play victim with Swagboy360 from swagboy360.com. Continue.
You know, like I was a dog or something. And then he walks over to her. He didn't want nothing. He just wanted to get in her face and flirt with her. So she's standing there looking like, okay, did you want to buy something? No, he just wanted to go over there and make himself seen, which I thought was extremely rude.
How was it rude and you left with another dude? You left with another dude. But you want to say what he did was rude? How? That's the thing with women. The same thing they do to you, you do it to them. They get an attitude. Umar Johnson showed you, you replaceable, you disposable. You knew that when you was dealing with him, girl.
If you're with me, why are you stopping off to get in another woman's face?
Because he saw how shady you was, yo. I would have did the same thing. If I'm with you, which I probably would have got rid of you after you gave me what's the resistance. Soon as you gave me resistance, I'm cutting you off right then and there. Umar Johnson, he a different type of dude. I guess he felt some type of way being that you came to see him, whatever. So he tried to work it out. But I would have did the same thing. You ain't special.
So I didn't like that. Mm-hmm. So that's why I pulled the little maneuver that I did at the event. So he didn't do that.
Yeah, so why did you go with what was his name? Supreme
Understanding.
Yeah, why did you go with him though?
Yes, why did you go with him? Good question, Lennon. Lennon, good question. Why did you go with him? Let's see what she says about that.
Because of the way that Umar disrespected me in the lobby. I didn't like that.
Well, did you talk to Supreme Understanding about that?
No, I didn't.
Why not? You left with another dude because how Umar treated you. Why you ain't tell Supreme Understanding what Umar did? Why you ain't telling what Umar did? You know why she ain't tell him? First off, Supreme Understanding, he probably ain't even know that was Umar Johnson's jump off. He probably thought she was just coming to see the show, coming to the lecture. Supreme Understanding ain't know who she was really there for. So she like, all right, cool. I'ma leave with you. And then she left with him. Where you think they went? Yes, they went to have some herbal tea, and she gave him some cookies.
Okay. Mm-hmm. But now, Supreme Understanding, that was a friend of yours, didn't you say that?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so he was also a speaker that day at the event as well. Mm-hmm. And so instead of going back with Umar, I just went with Supreme because I didn't want to be around Umar because I didn't like that.
You know, in a pimp game, you know what they call women like this in a pimp game? They call them choosy Susies. Choosy Susie.
There was another incident in the elevator. When we were leaving to head to dinner, a lady came in the elevator, and I guess because of the way that I looked, I don't know, she felt some type of way.
Oh, here, this is when she just had to let people know how gorgeous she is. She about to describe how another woman was shooting her shot at her in front of Umar Johnson. Listen, y'all. This girl right here is so full of herself, man.
She was, oh, you're beautiful. Oh, this and this, almost salivating. She gets off. Oh, have a nice night. So we say, oh, have a nice night. He gets off. She gets off. First thing he says, you better not be on that gay shit. Okay. I'm not, but.
Yo, I can see Umar Johnson say, yo, you better not be on that gay shit, sister.
What does her actions have to do with me?
Oh, shit,
I cannot help if a man or woman is attracted to me and I'm simply just standing here. So he just showed a lot of insecurities, a lot of controlling tendencies, a lot of narcissistic traits.
Yo, let me tell y'all something. Listen, Umar Johnson to me, she ain't point out to me where Umar Johnson showed insecurity. That's a dude marking his territory. That's a dude letting his woman or the woman that he dealing with he let her know what my standard is, what I will accept, and what I will not accept. That's basically what he's doing. He ain't insecure about letting you know what time it is when you dealing with him.
Intention was to go in front of him and feel him out. And that's what I did. And I didn't like what I saw. And when he gave me the money afterwards, I thought, like, hold on. Where's that money coming from? As time went by. And, now that I see your videos and everything, which I think you're doing a wonderful job, please keep it up. Because we need to expose these liars and scammers.
But you fucking them. You talking about expose these liars and scammers, but you giving them the cookies. You sound so stupid.
I think back on that money. Where did that money come from? Was that his money? I hear you say he doesn't have a job.
He doesn't. He hasn't worked a job in over a decade.
Yeah, see?
And this, you said this was 2015?
2015, I think.
Okay, well, let's get the date. So this was what, you remember what the hotel was?
No, I don't. It was a really nice hotel. I would have to really go back and search through things to see if I could get the specifics. I did actually try to look that entry up in PayPal, and I think the new update only allowed you to go back so far. But I think I had already taken a screenshot of that money that was sent beforehand. So I'm just have to look through my photos.
Honestly, I don't even know if she really got the screenshot, but I believe her. Like, I believe that she really went out there and gave Umar some, and he probably sent her some hush money. Because he ain't want her exposing this. I do believe that part. I believe her. She ain't even got to show me no receipt. She don't even sound like she lying. I believe her.
Okay.
Get that screenshot out.
Yeah, that's 2000. That's 6 years ago. I think there is a point where it starts to truncate, but you should be able to at least go into PayPal and print out. I think it's like a PDF format of all of the transactions, but it only goes back so far. Tell me this.
Statement. No problem.
Yeah.
Danny, you have a lot of disrespectful people in your chat.
What they say?
I didn't know that many disrespectful people was in the chat room like this. I'm being called a hoe.
But you are. You are a hoe. You went to Atlanta to see Umar. You smashed Supreme Understanding, and you smashed another male friend in Atlanta. That is a hoe.
I'm being told to go raise my kids.
Yes, go raise your kids. You a single mother out here. You out here being a little thought. Go raise your kids. They right.
Y'all don't know me.
We don't gotta know you to know you's a hoe. Let me ask you a question. Do I gotta know you personally to see your actions is the same actions of a hoe? Do I gotta know you? No.
This is true. Yeah.
This wasn't whole activity. This was a grown woman getting together with a grown man and going out on a date. And if we had any type of bedroom activity after that, oh, the fuck well.
So you're sugarcoating what a hoe is. You still a hoe. You got $500 out of it unintentionally. You still doing hoe shit. Admit to what you doing, woman.
I'm not understanding why anyone is mad at that.
Lennon, you are such a nice guy, yo. Because I wish I was interviewing her, yo. I would have tore her apart, son.
So the disrespect, I'm not understanding that. But anyway.
Well, I'll ask, the people who are being disrespectful to stop. And one of the reasons why is because here you have someone who has, and you've been here for a while, has the courage to come on and share her experience with UMAR. And if anything, this should be acknowledged as a source of courage, an exhibition of a source of courage.
How, Lennon? Tell me what she's doing is a source of courage. First of all, what she said that Umar did. Umar has not done nothing illegal. Right? Umar didn't rape her. Umar didn't force her to come to Atlanta. Umar ain't did nothing. Umar is guilty for being Umar. That's all he's guilty for. How is she showing courage by exposing the fact that she's a Hotep groupie? I need you to explain that to us, Lennon.
Okay, so all this other talk, y'all need to cut that shit out.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm saying it now. I'm not in the chat room monitoring any of the shit. But you guys, listen. This is one of the reasons why when shit happens, and there are women who don't want to come speak out because people behave like this.
Lennon, what happened? 2 adults met up, had consensual sex. What bad thing happened, Lennon? What happened?
This is exactly why. And I'm not scared by any means at all. But I am a very private person, so I know this is my first time.
You private, but you out here dating, walking around with Umar Johnson, pulling up the lectures in a private, in a stretch Hummer limo. But you're a private person. You're private, but you pulled up to an event in a stretch Hummer limo. Come on, who you think you lied to, girl?
Today, speaking on this publicly, the only people that know is my best friend, and I have an aunt that I'm close with. Those are the only 2 people that know. This is my first time saying this publicly, and this is why women don't speak up and reveal things like this, because of these comments that I'm seeing in the chat room.
Speak up about what? You ain't telling us nothing like that was absurd that Umar did. You ain't exposing Umar.
Right now. I don't feel like I did anything wrong. This man was in the public.
You didn't. You ain't do nothing wrong. Umar ain't do nothing wrong. Even though it was disrespectful, it's not wrong. It's not wrong for you to leave with another dude. It's disrespectful, but that's your right to do it. Just like Umar wasn't wrong for hollering at the other girl at the cafe. That's his right. What are you complaining about, woman?
Do you know how many went? If I was on that level, I'm sure it was many other women on that level. He's in the public eye at that time. He was big. His message was strong at that time.
Yes, and you was a groupie. You fell for his celebrity status. You fell for it. You let a man of celebrity status run game on you. Where's the crime at? Can somebody tell me where the crime is?
He was saying he was looking for a woman. Why not go and approach him as if I'm looking for a husband?
So wait. So what about the dudes at Home Depot that looking for a woman? What about them dudes that you ignore all the time? What about the janitor that works at your son's high school that's looking for a good woman? Why are you ignoring him? What about the bus driver that drops off your kids every morning and afternoon? He looking for a good woman. What about him? No, you just wanted to go after the celebrity. You just wanted to go after Umar Johnson. You just wanted to come up. Get out of here, woman.
If we want to go on dates, if we want to have casual sex, oh well, I'm grown. That's my business. And I'm sure it was other women who have a similar story.
Of course, there's other women. Every city this man goes to has a lecture. He's smashing them. But that's his right to do that. See, Umar, you making it worse for yourself by telling all these hoes you celibate. Because they thinking, okay, he's celibate and he smashed me. I'ma let everybody know he ain't celibate. That's the same thing she doing. That's the same thing the conscious stripper did back to you and the girl from the UK. That's what they exposing, that you really not celibate, that you lying about that. But I don't even care about that. Who cares he ain't celibate? Who cares? Ain't nobody dick policing Umar. Nobody got time for that. Niggas want to open up the damn school.
Yeah.
He presents himself as one way, but when you get him in private, he's another way.
Isn't that everybody? Isn't that everybody? You know Umar Johnson, the scholar, the Pan-African. You don't know Umar Johnson, the person. Two different people.
His tendencies, you do a good job of exposing who he really is. They come out every now and then who he truly is. They come out, his live videos and things that he says and does. But when you really get him alone private, he's not the way that he presents himself to be.
Yeah. Yeah, I have to say this too, because you're not the only person that I've spoken with. There's people that women I've spoken with offline, and that haven't come forward, but they said in private and to keep their anonymity. That's what I'm saying. It's courageous for you to do this, and for those of y'all who are doing
not courageous.
Doing in disrespect, it's wrong.
You lying to her, Lennon.
I can't be in control of that. I'm just stating it here that it's wrong. But one of the things that has been a common theme with this is that Umar Johnson, he is different. There's the public persona, but then there's also the private persona.
But that's everybody, Lennon. Everybody has two different personalities, man.
Yeah.
And one of the things that when you said controlling, when I said, well, give me an example, the reason why that kind of my antennas went off is because that's a common thing to hear about how he tends to be very controlling. Can you think of any other?
Time out. What's wrong with a man being controlling of his woman? What's wrong with a man controlling his woman, Lennon? Tell me. So Lennon, you tell me, you with your woman, you gonna let your woman do whatever she wanna do? You ain't gonna be controlling your woman?
Anything else that happened wherein that type of controlling aspect of Umar came out?
Yeah. When we were at the event, I had a lot of male attention. I was literally surrounded by men that were almost literally standing in line to come sit next to me.
Honestly, I believe her. I believe this woman. Let me tell you why. I went to another event in Harlem. It was a while ago. It was with Brother Sinetta and some other Hotep dudes, right? I'll lie to you not. Some girl walked in. She had a head wrap. She had dress. And she had like this little sundress, but she had a butt out of his word. She had a wagon. Tell me why. Dudes was like begging her. These conscious dudes, they was begging her. They said, "My queen, you need a seat, queen. You don't gotta stand up, queen," because she came in with another girl. She was about to meet up with another girl, and she came in like into the auditorium, kind of like looking around for a friend. Soon she came in, dude stood up. Hey, sister, you need a seat, sister. Hey, queen, you need a sister. You need a seat, queen. Sit right here by me, queen. The girl's like, oh, no, thank you, my brother. No, thank you, king. But I'm looking for my friend. I'm supposed to meet up with my friend. I don't see her. This dude literally said, "Oh, it's okay, sister. Well, where she at? Let me help you find her, my sister." Like, I mean, the thirst from these dudes was unbelievable, yo. The conscious community, no disrespect, but they got a lot of simps in the conscious community. So what she's saying right there, I believe her. I believe dudes is literally lined up to talk to her. I believe that.
I had a lot of brothers approach me wanting to exchange information. You know, nothing wrong with that. They see something they like. Hey, can I get your number? Hey, you know, can we get together and talk? Blah blah blah. Nothing wrong with that. None of them knew that I was there with Umar.
Stop right there. Now, well, didn't she just say none of them knew I was there with Umar or there for Umar? Watch this. Now, remember earlier when she said she got mad at Umar because when they went to the cafe, Umar told her to sit right there while he went and shot his shot at the other girl, and she got mad. You see that? See, here it is. You got mad when Umar Johnson was hollering at other women, but you ain't let those dudes at the lecture know that, oh, I'm sorry, brother, but I'm here for Umar. Why you ain't let it be known? Umar probably saw that. Umar probably saw this little Hotep groupie talking to all these dudes, and he like, damn. He like, damn. Umar was like, damn, I thought she was about to be my wife. Look what she doing. Continue.
Okay.
So as I'm just sitting there waiting for the event to start, waiting for, you know, I'm getting a lot of attention. When I looked over at him, he was in the corner. He was steamed broccoli. He didn't like that at all.
What man of standards would be okay with that? You here for me, but you in these other dudes' face? What man would be okay with that?
Who are all these niggas? How many niggas you gonna have in your face?
Exactly. That's a good question. How many niggas you gonna have in your face?
Excuse me, sir. I didn't have anybody in my face. If a grown man walks up to me, I can't prevent that. You know, if I shoot him down, oh, no, thank you. No, I don't want to give out my number. That's a different thing. But I can't control who walks up on me and says hello. Extremely jealous, extremely insecure.
That's not jealous. That's not insecure. That's demanding respect from your woman.
Extremely controlling, extremely narcissistic. I spent 2 or 3 days maybe around them. Didn't like what I saw.
Okay, next.
And
wait, but lady, that's what I'm saying. Why are you making a big deal out of you having an encounter with Umar Johnson that you didn't like? You like in your 40s. How many dudes in your life have you chilled with and you wasn't feeling their vibe? You just wasn't feeling them, but you still dealt with them. I'm sorry. You ain't deal with them, but you just moved on from it. You ain't make a big deal out of it. You want to make a big deal out of this because it's Umar Johnson, and you trying to get some recognition. You was trying to come up.
I kept it pushing after that. Somebody in the chat said, "Why Umar? Why would you choose Umar?" Excuse
Good question.
me. I'm not sure if that was a man or a woman, but if you're a woman, at one point in time, Umar was handsome and he was on top.
See. Now she throwing shots. Shots fired. I'm be honest with you. Umar Johnson 2021 looks the same how he used to look in 2015. He got a little chubby, but he still looked the same. He still looks the same. So like, what are you talking about? At one point in time, he used to look good. See, this is what I hate about these scorn women. See, fellas, you gonna deal with scorn women. They be like, oh yeah, you used to look good back in the day. Yeah, you used to look good. You probably got a little, you know what, all that stuff. Women will say this to bruise your ego. Hey, sure, I don't know what you look like, but let me tell you this. Umar Johnson is still in better position than you. You ain't going, so check this out. You ain't going to find another Umar. You ain't. I mean, maybe you don't want to because he's like a little scammer, and a lot of people saying he's on drugs. I don't know for sure, but all I'm saying is that you was looking for a come up. You ain't get that come up. Now you in your 40s. It's very unlikely for you to find that come up that you was looking for. You better settle down with an average dude.
How you say it that way? You say he was handsome.
I mean, not now. When I see a person's true colors and they're rotten on the inside, all that outside goes out the door.
Mm-hmm.
You know, y'all call them big fat elephant and all that. Okay, maybe there's some people who like weight on a man. You know what I'm saying?
Lennon just eating this up, yo. He's just smiling from ear to ear, man.
Who are you to dictate what's attractive to somebody else? But at that time, he did not have that much weight on him, I will say. But at that time, he was in the public eye. He was presenting himself as an alpha male. He was doing things for so-called presenting himself as if he's doing things for the community.
You contradict yourself. You just say he was presenting himself as an alpha male, then you got mad when he was controlling. How? Like you just contradicted yourself. You don't know what you want.
Who would not be attracted to that if you're a woman?
Mm.
He's traveling all across the world. That's a lot of access you can have being the wife of a man like that.
See that, y'all? She was looking for a come up. She was looking for the opportunity. She's an opportunist, just like majority of these women. A woman see you got things going on, you know what I mean? You traveling, you getting cookies in every state, everywhere you do a lecture at, you get women. Women are attracted to men who travel and men that other women want, just like she did. She was attracted to Umar because of his resources and because of his status as a celebrity.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not out here trying to date Pookies and Ray Rays. So somebody like him, that's my speed. So that's why I chose Umar.
Based on what? Based on what? Him doing a lecture? He was just speed?
Umar at that time. Now, I'm held to the no.
Yeah, and you said it was over 3 days. So was he speaking 3 consecutive days, or was he just in? And this was in Atlanta, right?
Atlanta. No, this was just one event that he was speaking at that one day. Mm-hmm. The rest of the time was spent with him at his hotel.
Okay.
That he was staying at.
Okay, so the event itself wasn't at the hotel.
No, it was at a venue.
Okay, you remember what the venue name was?
I don't remember. I would have to go and search it up. All this can be searched.
Uh-huh. I'm gonna do my due diligence.
Hey, Lynn, I ain't gonna lie to you, son. I believe her. I believe she smashed Umar. It ain't hard to believe.
So I'm taking some notes. But you said in and around 2015. Do you remember what time of year was it? Was it fall, winter, summer, spring?
It was.
Yo, this nigga Lennon doing his investigation. He writing down notes and everything. So
a bit chilly.
Mm-hmm. She said a bit chilly.
So I would say maybe it was October.
Okay.
I would have to go and search.
It was hot in that hotel room, though.
There was an event flyer and an announcement made.
Mm-hmm.
So it can be searched. It was with him and Supreme Understanding, who was also he's an educator. But yeah, I mean, so it is what it is. I'm not scared to say what needs to be said, and I feel like I've held on to it for this long. Why not let it be known?
Tell me, and thank you too. I think it takes a lot of courage. And
stop saying that, Lennon. You don't take no damn courage.
It sounds as if you made a mistake. Would you say it was a mistake?
No, I wouldn't say it was a mistake.
Thank you. You heard that? See, Lennon just asked her, do you think it was a mistake to deal with Umar? No, it wasn't a mistake. She got exactly what she wanted. She was a groupie. See, this is how I could tell Lennon ain't used to being around groupies. Groupies, they want to be able to brag to other women the high status guys that they had sex with. Girl, I smashed this dude back in the day. Oh yeah, I was at a concert. I made out with this dude. Like, it's a badge of honor.
I would say that, I saw what I thought. I thought I was seeing one thing and quickly found out that wasn't what I was seeing.
Okay.
And so once I came to that realization, it was a wrap after that.
Because think about this, y'all. If Umar Johnson really did something real bad to her, like real heinous and disrespectful, any woman would say, you know what, I regret dealing with that dude, yo. I regret going to Atlanta and meet up with Umar Johnson. I regret that. That was one of the worst days of my life. That's what any woman would say if they had a bad experience with a man. But guess what? That right there just proves she didn't have a bad experience. Lennon Honor just asked her, do you regret this? Meeting with Umar, dealing with Umar, do you regret it? She said no. That's what groupies want. She said no, I don't regret it. I got to meet up with Umar. I got to smash two individuals in the conscious community, and I got to smash my other male friend in Atlanta. She don't regret it.
Mm-hmm. And the reason I say it that way is because there are plenty of women, and again, there's women who've reached out to me that have personal dealings with Umar, and they believed that he was one way because of how he presents himself in public, but then they found out he was another way. This is not an uncommon experience for women in general, in particular, but for men, and this can happen for men too, where you think someone is one way. So, but see, the difference is that we know who Umar Johnson is now, but that is
Lennon. We don't know how you are in real life. Like we see you on the internet, we see you on YouTube doing Umar Johnson songs. Some FDMG is coming, FDMG is coming, it's coming. We see you one way on YouTube. We don't know how you are with your family, with your wife. We don't know your real true personality.
Doesn't mean that there was a time where people, everyone knew who Umar Johnson was. I'm talking about who he really is.
Yeah, just like there's people now that still hang on to his words as if his truth. Far more people back then were hanging on to his words. Mm-hmm. He caught my attention with those words.
Yeah.
But once I got him
he ran game on you.
Private setting and saw what he was really about, it was over after that. Someone in the chat is saying Lennon is trying to look as if he believes what she's saying.
I believe what she's saying. I believe she really went with Umar and dealt with Umar. I believe like what she's saying. It's nothing that she says to point out she's a liar. That's why this whole situation, she's exposing herself. She's exposing herself because had she said she went there and she ain't do nothing sexually with Umar, oh, now she's a liar. But nothing she said point out she was a liar. What I can say she's guilty of is not being accountable for her action.
Oh, it's not that I'm trying to act like it. I believe you.
Thank you.
I believe you. Again, I've talked with quite a few women, and not a lot, but enough to know. That's the thing. I have pattern recognition to see the patterns and for you to bring up certain experiences. That's why I asked. And I'm sure if I asked you that for any other experiences, it would correlate to what other women have said. Umar, he presents himself one way, but then when women get around him in private, he's totally different.
But Lennon, ain't that everybody? Lennon, it's just like when you go on a job interview. That boss that's interviewing you, that person who works in HR that's interviewing you, they don't know the real you. You giving them your representative. They don't know you until 3, 4, 5 months down until you having a job. Now they see you coming in late. Now they see you got attitude problems.
And this control thing, this is not uncommon. This is not. In other words, I've already heard this before. So I'm going to tell y'all right now, again, I'm going to do my due diligence, which is something that I always do, but I do believe you.
Good life. He's on here. He or she's lying. How am I lying?
What's she lying about?
How is the story that I'm telling that I went through and that I'm now sharing. How is that a lie?
Now she might not be telling the whole story. I can't wait till we hear Umar Johnson's side. I think she's telling the truth about meeting up with him and smash. I believe that part. I do want to hear Umar Johnson's side though.
Yeah, but the
I
thing,
don't recall you anywhere around when this was happening. So how am I lying?
yeah, but this can be a troll, so don't even worry about it. Okay.
Yeah. It's quite a few people in the chat with that bullshit.
Yeah, I understand, but this
And I
this
just don't appreciate it because this is why women don't say anything.
Yeah.
You keep saying why women don't say anything. No crime occurred. What crime occurred?
Yeah. Well, I will tell you though that I believe you, and that I can't. I'm not in control of what other people say. Some of the people they're doing it just to get a reaction. Some people they're just trolling. But based upon what I already know about Umar Johnson, what you're saying is consistent with what I've already heard. So I'm not surprised by anything that you're saying here. I'm not. Let me ask you another question.
Mm-hmm.
Was there anything else that took place that would shed light on who Umar Johnson really is behind the scenes?
Wow.
He likes to have sex with no condoms.
Oh. 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 Wow. Oh, snap. Oh, she dropped the ball with that. Continue. Wait, so do you? Ain't you the one with 3 kids? You don't strike me as an individual that loves using condoms, Miss Lady. You do not strike me as an individual that loves using condoms. So, with that being said, are you insinuating that Umar Johnson smashed you raw as well? Did Umar Johnson smash it raw?
He will put his hands on you.
What do you mean by that, sis?
I mean, this is the graphic
Okay, now we getting somewhere. So did he whoop your ass?
part I was talking about, and I can tell you privately.
Okay. We don't have to do it here.
If you want.
Remember, she just said he likes to put his hands on women. Elaborate. Because now you making it seem like he abused you. Elaborate.
Yeah, because people are wild in the comments. Like, this shit is ridiculous. But anyways, not like it wasn't a closed fist or a slap or anything like that. But if you have your hands on me in any way that's not in a loving manner, I'm not down with that. And so that's how I know if
Yo, hold on, y'all. She about to say what happened. She about to insinuate what happened. And I'm about to break it down. Listen.
If we were to take it beyond the short time that we were in front of each other, it would have been worse than what it was.
And if you don't mind me asking, you're just talking about in general. You're not talking within the context of a sexual experience.
Yes.
You heard that? She said yes. She's talking about in a sexual experience. So you know what happened, y'all? In that hotel room, Umar Johnson was choking her, doing some BDSM type stuff on her, yo. And you liked it. You loved it.
A yes to what?
Yes, I am talking in the context
Okay.
of experience.
Okay, well, you don't have to say anything else. Again, you can have my email.
Oh, yo. Umar Johnson on some kinky shit, y'all. The Prince of Pan-Africa is kinky, y'all. The Prince of Pan-Africa is into BDSM, y'all.
And again, I'm
He choking these bitches. You bitches hoes, yo. Yo, you hotel groupies be something else,
telling
boy.
you, it's admirable. There are so many women. Well, it's not so many. There's quite a few women that have reached out to me with similar experiences, but they ask for their anonymity, and a lot of it has to do with fear and then public ridicule, which is in part what you're getting in the chat room. But again, these are trolls. There's not much. Again, the idea is that here we have a woman who's speaking out about her experience with Umar Johnson. And there are people who are trying to make it more difficult, but it's not just about you. I think part of it is trying to make it more difficult for other women to come forward too.
Come forward
That's
with
not
what?
uncommon. This type of shit happens all the time.
Nothing
So
happened.
Yeah, and I try to provide a safe, and I believe you. I believe you. And again, based upon the other information I've already had, I've already known this shit. That's why we always tell people shit like, you shouldn't have your children around Umar. I know there's reasons for that. You should not have them alone around. Well, there's reason for that shit. I don't say that shit in a vacuum. There's enough information that I've accumulated from people who have had personal experiences with Umar Johnson to know that there are certain things that everyone should be careful about. And so when people do come out to speak about and tell the truth, it becomes more difficult when we have other people who criticize them for having particular experiences, even though the real issue is Umar. Umar is the issue. He's done this to so many women over the years.
Lennon, what did he do? Lennon, please tell me the crime he committed. Lennon, I can tell you the crime he committed with these scams from the school. I can tell you the crime he's committed by taking money for fundraising and having people think it's going to the school. I can see the crime right there. But Lennon, somebody please tell me the crime he committed with this woman.
This isn't. You're not. In other words, it's not a unique experience that's unique to you. This topic has been going on for a long time.
Exactly.
And again, the other thing people don't realize is that back in 2015, we're talking about Umar in his heyday.
In the prime.
Yeah, that was it.
He had all the attention of the
lady. Sure did. Yeah.
Sure did. Mm-hmm. I had a daughter at that time. She was having some behavioral problems. Even though I felt like he wasn't focused on the girls, it was seemed like he was more focused on boys. But I also had my oldest son. He also had some trouble at his school not with academia or anything like that, but the school that he went to had actual police officers at his school. And there was an incident one time with a police officer at his school. My son hadn't done anything wrong. The police officer decided to put his hands on him. More speaking of the school to prison pipeline, which Umar often spoke. Saying all that to say, I got no help whatsoever with my children as far as school from Umar.
So you're saying that did he ever promise that he would help you?
No, but he puts himself out there as a school psychologist, and I can help you with the EIP plan, which my daughter was on at that time. I can help you with this.
I've already heard this story. You ain't telling me nothing new. Yeah. now the intricate details, okay, that's different. But this is especially back then, not so much now. But we're talking 2015. I've already heard this story. This has been going on for such a long time. It really has been. That's why for you to come forward. Listen, there'll be trolls, there'll be critics, and I get all that. That comes with the territory. I've gotten my fair share of that shit. You know that. I've dealt with all kind of bullshit. Yeah. But I can say one thing. I'll say two things. One, I believe you, and number two, you got some serious courage. And there's anyone out there, whatever you may think, for a woman to come forward like this, you got to put some respect on the name.
Thank you. Put some respect on my motherfucking name, because I know women that things have happened to them and they sit back in silence and don't say shit. I don't have a problem speaking out against what I feel is wrong, and I feel like this has gone on for too long. Somebody needs to say something. I thought the so-called conscious stripper was going to take it there, but that didn't really go anywhere. And I just feel like somebody needs to step out and say something. And I don't have no problem being that person. Never.
Say something like what? You exposing yourself. Where's the crime?
I see Yara Mess said he gave her $500 to silence her. Actually, I think whoever that is might be right.
But what do you mean? What would he have to silence you for, though?
The things that I've said. Especially at that time, I don't think he would have wanted anybody to know that about him.
I got you. Okay.
I think what she meant, like, because I remember that at that time, like, that's he was dealing with the conscious stripper and all that. He was telling all the bitches he was celibate. And one thing about when you tell women that you're celibate and you actually a dude that gets women, it's actually a turn on to women. Because women gonna be like, all right, you might be celibate, but trust me, when I'm around you, you're going to want to smash. And it's almost like a badge of honor for a woman to get a man who's celibate to have sex with her. I know this from personal experience, yo. Because one thing about women, they have big egos. And in their mind, in their ego, they think they can have sex with any man they want to. Women are not used to rejection. So a woman that is around a man like Umar or anyone else with status that says that they're celibate, now that individual, that man is looked upon as a challenge. Continue.
Okay. Okay.
So
I can see that.
you asked me why did he give me that money?
Mhm.
I'm not sure, but that might be it. Because it seemed like something given out of a guilty conscience.
Mm.
And it was on the way, it was while I was departing from him on the way to the airport. It was that kind of thing. Oh, what's your PayPal?
So
And
when you
then
say
when I
on the,
checked it-
but when you say on the way to the airport, did you take him to the airport?
No, he was taking me to the airport.
Okay, so I thought you're from Atlanta though, wasn't this in Atlanta?
No, I'm not from Atlanta.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'm from
I
Kansas City,
got you.
Missouri. I flew out to Atlanta for that event.
Oh shit. I got you.
Yes.
I got you. I
Yes.
got you. So when you say you don't remember the venue or the hotel, it makes more sense. You're not from Atlanta.
No, I'm not from Atlanta.
She from the
Did he
Midwest.
fly you out there or did you fly out there? Did you pay for that?
I paid myself.
Okay.
So
you
and now that you say that, maybe he was paying me back for my flight. I don't know.
So
I didn't.
You also mentioned a limousine. What was that? Did he pick you up in a limousine? Did he have a limousine pick you up?
No, I rode to the venue in a stretch Hummer limousine on my own accord.
You was just living it up. Huh? You said I'm going in style. Okay.
As I generally do.
Okay, all right. I ain't mad at you if you got it like
So
that.
I don't need, you know what I'm saying? I'm seeing little comments and I don't need that. But what I can tell you, when a man steps in front of me, he's not broke. I can tell you that. I might not be a gold digger, but I don't fuck with broke niggas. I can tell you that.
You're so full of yourself, woman.
Let me ask you this, and thank you again for sharing all this. I believe you.
How many times you gonna say that?
Anything remotely resembling substance abuse? That could be drugs, alcohol, pills, anything like that.
I knew this was coming because Lennon honors the main one saying Umar on drugs.
Nope, never saw any drugs or anything like that. I don't do drugs. I don't smoke. I don't drink. Mm-hmm. Maybe he picked up on that vibe and knew that, I'm not the person to do that in front of, but I never saw any of that. He can eat. I can tell you that.
I've already heard that. I've heard this too. I've heard this where he'll eat, and I can't tell the details, but the one of the women who contacted me, that was something that stood out to her, was that when he eat, he will gorge.
Yeah. So something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But drugs, no, I never saw that. If I saw that, I would definitely say.
Okay. All right. Was there anything else? Is there anything else? Yeah, is there anything else that you would like to share with the public about your experience with Umar?
Go ahead. Now you about to get into it.
What I could say to women is these men that hold a public position, all of that is just an image.
Listen, y'all.
None of them are really that way in private. When they get in front of the camera, in front of an audience, it's like a show.
Okay.
And Umar is not the first man in the public eye that I've been around private.
You heard that? She just said Umar is not the first man that I've been with that's been in the public eye. Meaning that she's used to being another man's groupie. She's used to dealing with celebrities. Now, check this out. The only way that I would understand a woman dealing with multiple celebrities as if they're a celebrity, or if they actually work in the music industry, or they work in the entertainment industry where they're always around celebrities. I can understand that, but women like this, they actually seek the celebrities. They actually target the celebrities. They actually want to have intimate relations with the celebrities. That's her right there. She just exposed herself. Continue. She'll say more. Listen.
So this is why I can speak on that as if it's fact. I've been around a lot of different quote unquote famous men.
You hear that?
Well, and they're all the same. So I can tell women that if you looking to a man for whatever level, to date, to marry, and they're in the public eye, know that they are a narcissist and most likely abusive, and they are not who they present themselves to be.
Thank you. Now watch this. If you dealt with multiple men who are celebrities and you see that they are narcissists, they're controlling, why do you still date these individuals? You know what they're going to be like. So this tells me that you knew how Umar was going to be before you dated Umar. Because you used to dating these types of men. Now, check this out. Shorty, I don't have no problem with you dating these type of men. All I'm saying is that don't play victim. And that's what you're doing. You're playing the victim card. You're acting like he did something wrong to you. These are the type of men you're attracted to. Fellas, you got to pay attention to these women. These are the type of women, when you get to know them or when you first meet them, they'll tell you all the war stories. They'll tell you about all their exes. They'll tell you about their past relationship. And you'll see they like these types of toxic dudes. Don't be that simp. Don't be that Captain Save-O dude that feels sorry for them.
And to the men that follow him, because I just got into a situation on Facebook earlier today with someone that I've been knowing for years. He disrespected my best friend who knows what happened between me and Umar, and he chose to, what I see from men is, and I'm talking to black men.
Here we go. This is what I've been waiting for. I need y'all to listen to her very closely. I am about to break her down.
When you see a woman that has been wounded in the community, don't wait till it's your wife or your sister or your daughter to be mad, upset, and do anything about it. Why can't it just be any woman, black woman, that's wronged in the community? What I see is in the situation that happened today. Oh, well, that's not my fight. That's something personal that happened to you. The brother got a lot of intellect and a good mind. He done a lot of good work for the people. What has he done for the people? What has he done? I want black men to step up and stop looking at these dudes like Umar, Kevin Samuels, as they daddy, as their savior, and protect black women. Malcolm already told us.
Why protect black women from the niggas that you trying to fuck? Listen. How we gonna protect you against Umar Johnson if you trying to smash him? You was trying to smash him. You flew thousands of miles to smash Umar Johnson. You talking about we need to protect you? Lennon. All these dudes, I'm talking to Lennon Honor and all you other black dudes. You dudes out here got families. You got a wife. Or you probably don't got neither one, just like me. You probably single like me. Why would you put your safety, your freedom on the line to protect some random woman? I'm not doing it. If I see you with Umar Johnson and he's being very toxic with you, I'm not getting involved. You chose to be with him. This is why I keep telling y'all about accountability. Women do not want to accept accountability for their action. You want another man to bail you out of a situation that you put yourself in? Kiss my ass.
Who the most disrespected and unprotected woman in America is. And that's true to this day. So when I do come out and say the things that I need to say, and I feel you are the first man that I've actually felt like there's some level of protection. Now, you're not getting out the guns or anything like that, but you simply saying, I believe what you're saying.
How can he protect you? You chose this. She sounds so stupid. Lennon Honor just asked her, do you regret meeting up with Umar Johnson? Do you regret it? She said no. So what is he going to protect you from, woman? What? Protect you from Umar Johnson from him having hardcore BDSM fetish play with you? Protect Umar Johnson, stop him from having kinky affairs with you? That's what you want me to protect? That ain't my business. That's nobody else's business. You grown, right? You grown, right? Just like you said earlier to Lennon Honors people in the chat, you said, I'm grown. If I want to date somebody and have casual sex with them, I can. I'm grown. Okay, so therefore, if you dealing with a man who's toxic, you can handle that yourself. You grown. Don't look at other men to protect you. Remember, you grown. And see, that's another thing about women. Women want to pick and choose when they want to be an adult and be a little girl. Now all of a sudden, so, we need black men to protect us. Now you want to be a little girl. Now you want to be vulnerable. But when you out here acting stupid, when you out here dealing with toxic men, oh, I'm grown. I don't need you. I'm grown. I do whatever I want to do. But then when shit get real, now you looking for the black man to save you. You look for the black man to protect you. What type of nonsense is that?
You're the first person to say that. Granted, I haven't told anyone, but my so-called friend that I thought was my friend earlier, he totally let me down. So in this.
Anyway, I would have let your ass down too, man. Hold up. In closing, we had a Hotep groupie who tried to expose Umar Johnson, but literally expose herself. When she came on Lennon Honor's show, I really thought she was about to bring receipts about how he was saying how he about to open up the school. I thought she was about to show receipts of her donating money to the school. I thought she was about to show receipts of her texting him about having the HVAC people at the school, but he declined. I thought she was really going to expose him for the scam artist that he is. She didn't expose nothing. All she did was expose herself and show us and everybody else she's nothing but a groupie. You nothing but a Hotep groupie. What you need to do is concentrate on yourself. You're in your 40s. Get your life together. Stop being a groupie. Take care of your kids. And that was today's episode. Like, comment, subscribe. And I'ma catch you on the next go round, my nigga. Hello.